welcome to the Pottervision podcast, the podcast where every 14 days, myself, Lukas, Kirkby, and another self, himself, Tom Lawrenson, we look at a chapter of a load of books, there's 7 of them by the way, called Harry Potter and the Something. And we're on the 5th one, episode 134, chapter 37, The Lost Prophecy. That's right, The Lost Prophecy, not The Lost Prophets, which is a Welsh band with a pedo in it.
Oi.
Now, Tom, how are you?
They're your countrymen.
Well, I know. Bloody awful, isn't it? I don't know much of the details. I'd rather not know.
Why would you start this off by bringing up that godforsaken band? There's something wrong with you.
Well, it's the title of the... Sometimes I let my mind run away. I think my mind works a bit like fast in the wrong way. I get a lot of thoughts that come all at once, and sometimes I say them. And if one thing leads me to another, then it just comes out, doesn't it?
I agree. There is something evil about you.
I didn't say evil. I just said a lot of thoughts come through.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes
Sorry.
Sometimes I'll be having a conversation with Martina, and then I'll stop for 5 seconds to have a think. And then I'll say something that I think's related, but I've made about 3 different steps towards something completely unrelated. Like it might be, I don't know, I'm eating a cream egg, and then I might think egg, bird, eagle, America. And I'll be like, well, speaking of America, I like Hawaii.
There's
like,
something.
So, you know,
There's
egg,
something.
bird, eagle, America.
What is with this evil genius mind you have?
It's not evil and it's not genius.
You're like Megamind from the film Megamind.
Thank you.
This brain.
Has he got a big blue head? I've never seen that.
He has. He's got this. You've got this brain that's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. Is he a mega mind? Is he a genius, that blue bloke?
I don't know. I've not seen it. But how are you? What have you been up to?
See, then I was like, blue men, stomp, drums.
Well, they're not called Stomp. They're called the Blue Men Group.
Yeah, but there's the blue men, and then that made me think of Stomp. Who are the people? Because blue men are like, they're like blue and they do drums, and then Stomp just like stomp around with bins, don't they?
Don't know.
What are they doing now? Do you remember when that was entertainment? They were on the Royal Variety Performance.
Who
Queen
was?
sat there. Stomp.
Was it?
The Queen sat there watching. Oh, I like that opera singer. That comedian was quite good. A load of men come on with bins. Oh, the Queen doesn't like that. She doesn't want to see rubbish being smashed together.
You watch too much television.
I don't watch any television. That's why all my memories are from 15 years ago. I don't watch anything new.
What about the Royal Variety
Me and
Performance?
Martina have been watching The Handmaid's Tale, and I was like, oh, that's new. And I looked at it, it's like 2017, it's like 7 years old.
You enjoying it?
I am enjoying it, it's very grim. It's not relaxing, it's a bit dire. It's where, I don't know, people might know about it, but it's a dystopian society where men are dominant and keep women for reproduction. It's horrible.
It's not like you to bring up something negative and depressing at the start of the podcast.
Have you seen that?
Bits, bobs, yeah. I've not been watching that. What have I been watching? I watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie the other night. Mutant Mayhem. Brilliant.
Is it good? Is that the new cartoon one?
It's the new cartoon one, and it's brilliant. Definitely recommend it. Very funny.
Hey, that's good. They're coming back a bit, the cartoons, aren't they? Because there was that cartoon Spider-Man one, that was good. Into the universe, or whatever it's called.
I bought myself this new insulated cup. It's a Yeti.
Ooh. Hey, I like that.
I was like, oh, I need something, because I keep letting my coffees go cold. So I bought this, and one, it's too heavy.
Yeah.
I bought something to go on walks with. It's too heavy. I I can't keep it up.
Yeah.
It hurts my arm. And then, too hot as well. I'm finishing the walk and not having a sip. I made this drink like 4 hours ago.
Yeah. It's too good. Yeah. The reason your drink is kept warm is because it's insulated with half a ton of concrete. So you're dragging it round. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That'd be good, a flask that's like a replica of the crust of the earth. And it's right in the middle, it's like molten lava and always stays warm. Do you reckon anything's living down there? You know, in the middle of the earth? Do you reckon there's like lava monsters or something?
What are these questions? Have you got nothing to say?
I'm just having a think.
Things you start this
Maybe it's been a
podcast off
slow
with.
week.
Do you think there's anything living under the crust of the earth? Oh, I saw Handmaid's Tale. What about Lost Prophets? This is an entertainment podcast. People tune in for a bit of light relief. And you're hell-bent on scaring people. I don't like it.
Lava monsters isn't that bad. That's exciting. You know what I mean? Like little red rocks walking around.
Oh, brilliant. What if some ice people are listening to that and that you mentioned lava monsters? That's the worst enemy.
Who are the ice people? That's scaring me. Cold. Lava monsters. Cozy.
It's too hot.
Well, go on then. You regale us with what you've been up to this week.
Well,
Exciting.
I went to Leicester for the Leicester Comedy Festival. Guess how much I paid for 4 hours parking?
4 hours parking, I'm going to guess 12 quid.
15 quid. Broke my heart.
Oh, I know you expect that in London, but not Leicester.
I know, Leicester. Do the gig. We had some Pottervision listeners come.
Well, that's good.
It was the three who they came to the London Pottervision Live podcast.
Oh yeah, I remember them. Yeah, that's good.
They came. That was nice. It was funny because I was doing it sometimes. Well, like sometimes I might say things on the podcast, and then I think to myself, I might try that stand up. So they got to putting in the show where I started going, "Hey, how about they've been selling sex toys at Tesco?" And for them, this must have been the third time they'd heard me say that.
Oh yeah, you actually tried it out on the live one, didn't you?
Yeah, no one really liked it that much, but I'm finally getting somewhere with it.
That's it, yeah. When you hear new material, you think, why is he doing that? But sometimes it takes like 5, 10, 20 gigs, and then eventually you craft it into something half decent through little changes every time.
Yeah. But in other news, I've announced a stand-up tour. And if you want to come see me, I'm in Manchester, Birmingham, London, Glasgow, Newcastle. Go on my Instagram, or Oxford. I don't know why I'm in Oxford. Sheffield. Brighton, Bristol. Come see me. Come see my debut hour, Hubba Hubba.
Yeah, go and see Tom. Yeah, we're going on tour with Pottervision as well, aren't we? We're still finalising the dates.
But have we got any on sale yet?
No, not yet. But hopefully, with because we're getting a new poster designed and all the marketing sorted. So once that's done, we'll be able to get everything on sale. But just to get your blood pumping, really, our date's confirmed at the minute. We're going to be in Birmingham, Leeds, Dublin, which is exciting. I'm excited to be in Dublin. Belfast, we're back in Belfast. Manchester. And Sheffield, and then we're hoping for a few more dates, but it's all being organised at the minute. But excited to be back on the road.
The team are organising all that, and we just sit back and let the team do their work.
Well, the team is me, and we is Tom. So I'm getting in touch with all the people, back and forth. Well, no, you're organising the marketing, aren't you? You're sorting the poster out.
Yeah, getting that done, and all the fine little details. The poster.
Yeah. And we're trying to write some new scenes. I sent Tom an idea, didn't get any response, so I don't think that's any good.
I've not read it yet. I tell you what, do you know how busy I am? I am rushed off my feet constantly.
Well, watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I did that at midnight the other night. How dare you comment on my leisure time?
Last week his updates were that he'd been to McDonald's and KFC.
Hey, why would you
He's
bring
a
that
busy
up?
boy. But that fills me with hope that you've just not read it. I thought you'd read it, thought, well, that's shit, and then decided not to mention it and hope I forget.
No. I'll read that. I'll give anything you give me careful consideration.
That's lovely.
Yeah. But good lord, today, replying to people, chasing money. I've been chasing money today.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing as someone who's self-employed. When you do, especially doing gigs, when basically every night you do a gig, you're going to have to chase up that money, send an invoice, wait for it to come back. Because even if you're self-employed and you do like a 3-week job, at least you only have one invoice to send or whatever for that job. But it's a lot of it's just chasing people.
Tiny people goes, look, invoice me for £10. I'm like, keep it.
Yeah, you got to think about your time. Yeah, because a lot of time the people who run the gigs as well also have like other jobs and stuff, and so it's not on their priority to do like to pay you. But you got to put food on the table, ain't you?
What else? I forgot to tell you. What have I written here? Balaclava man. I was on the way back from
See,
Leicester.
here we go. Who's Balaclava man?
Oh yeah, I was mugged. No, I wasn't. I was on my way back from Leicester. I was on the phone to my sister, and I pulled up at the service station, and this guy in a balaclava walked into the service station. I was on the phone to her. I was like, oh, man's with a balaclava just gone into the petrol station. And she goes, don't go in, lock the car door. And I was like, oh. Watch him for a second, and he picked up some Oreos and some Prime, bought it and left.
It's all right. He just wanted Oreos. Why has he got a balaclava on?
Cold, probably.
Yeah, I know, but because I know that's what they were originally invented for, weren't they? Cold or skiing or whatever, but. Now everyone knows that's for murderers and robbers now. You can't wear that for cold anymore. Especially going to a petrol station.
It's nice though, isn't it?
I don't care how cold you are, never go into HSBC with a balaclava on. You're going to scare people.
Wicked you are. You don't let anyone have any fun. I've got loads left. I thought it was done.
What loads left?
What loads left? I've got loads of my coffee left. I thought I was done.
Oh, that is exciting, isn't it? And if you'd like the Yeti coffee flask yourself, you can probably find it online, can't you?
Don't bother. It's 35 quid. I don't know why I bought it.
35 quid. You pay me to load your coffee for you for that.
Well, I didn't get any birthday presents, so I was like, oh, I'll buy myself this as a present.
Oh. Nobody bought a good Tommy a birthday present.
Don't remember getting anything. Speaking of birthdays, it was my niece's birthday, so I went round to her house yesterday, give her some presents. Gave her a book and some other bits. My nephew was there, and he's got this new thing where he comes up to your face and he goes, ah. And I turn to my sister, I go, what does he want? She goes, he wants to look in your mouth. So and so then you go, you open your mouth, like, oh. And it's, I tell you what, I've never felt more vulnerable in my life.
Yeah. It's so funny how like mothers have this language with their kids where it's like, how do you know that? Oh, that means he wants a banana. Right. Teach him banana. Don't teach him.
Yeah.
Would you like a biscuit? Oh, that means he doesn't like it. He doesn't want one. If he says Mac, Mac, Mac.
I'm looking forward to our tour.
I am.
We're
Still
on the road
informed.
again. We're doing a sequel that not many people have seen. Pottervision, The Secret Chamber. We're doing the Chamber of Secrets, featuring some of the scenes from Pottervision 1.
Yeah, but there's going to be some new bits, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, because I feel like in Edinburgh we kind of got the show together. In Manchester and London we improved it a bit with different things, and then we're giving it a bit more welly this time as well, adding a few bits and bobs. I'm excited to do it. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be lovely to see people there. Yes, if people are thinking, I've seen Pottervision before. It's going to be mostly new stuff, a couple of old bits, but, you got to keep the fans happy with the old bits.
Anyone seen it
We tell
before?
ourselves.
Someone close that door.
Right, someone's brought that tumbleweed. You don't get tumbleweeds in Sheffield. Someone brought that from home. Hey, I tell you what, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy at last. Martina got it me for Christmas, and I've been giving it a go. It's very good. I'm enjoying it.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well, you don't do it. It's just called Levioso, but I think that's just. I don't know what the difference is. I think you can just lift it up, but you can't choose where it goes. But they don't have Wingardium Leviosa. It's just called Leviosa.
Maybe they got tired with how long that is.
Yeah, I think so. But this is in the past. It's set about, I think, 150 years in the past before Harry Potter. So no, you don't know anybody in it. But then some of them are called, Barry Weasley. And you're like, oh, well, he's going to be Ron Weasley's great-granddad or something. Hey, but Phineas Nigellus Black's in it as the headmaster. And he's been in the chapter today, in the portrait.
Do you get to go to the Muggle world?
Not yet, but I might do later. But so far, because I've only been playing a few days, but so far I've been in Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. But there's a world map. I think you can go into the Scottish Highlands and stuff.
I, for one, would be really interested in a video game set in the 1800s. I want to be in Victorian England. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, it is set in the 1800s.
Yes, but you're not listening. One that's set in Victorian England, in the different areas of England, not in a castle, a magical castle.
Oh yeah,
X.
Yeah. But maybe you can start your own game, Victorian Legacy, where you just walk around Victorian England, shooing urchins away and.
Oh, with what
smallpox.
funding?
Look. I know a few people. My mum will chip in a tenner. That'll get you a couple of effects.
I don't think she will.
Set up a GoFundMe.
How is Mummy?
Yeah. I think instead of GoFundMe, there should be a website called Go Fuck Yourself, where you pay somebody to go away. When you're sick of hearing from somebody. I think if you raise enough money, I'll be quiet for a few months. That'd be good.
Yeah. The Lost Prophecy. Harry finds himself...
You want a chapter rundown, do you?
Yes, please.
It's chapter 37, The Lost Prophecy. Harry's back at Dumbledore's office. And Dumbledore comes back and he's like, Harry, it's time for me to tell you everything. And then he kind of tells him a little bit of something. He's like, well, I wanted to tell you all the time, but I didn't want to because you were a little boy and I didn't want to upset you. But now you have to find out that you are the one that has to kill Lord Voldemort. And if you don't kill him, he's going to kill you. And one of them dies while the other lives, or whatever it's called. And it's all because of this lost prophecy. Yeah? There was a job interview with Professor Trelawney. He didn't want to hire her, but then suddenly a voice went deep and she said, Harry Potter must kill Voldemort. And then he's like, all right, I better hire you then. That sounds good. And then, so he hires her. But the problem was that Voldemort only heard half of the story, because somebody only could earwig half of it. And so he's a bit confused about it. He's not sure what the power is. But it's Harry. Harry's powerful for some reason. Yeah, so that was it. The Lost Prophecy.
What a chapter.
Oh, what a chapter. It felt like a really good bit of TV drama, this, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a nice little dialogue chapter that was just like getting a load of like loose ends tied up. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Because, Harry, I love you.
You say you love me, and earlier you were very close to my lips, Professor.
Professor, were you going to kiss me?
But yeah, it's like one of those special episodes of EastEnders where they only have like 2 characters in it, and they just go back and forth, a bit of development. It's
Dialogue.
very good.
Dialogue. Lost Prophecy. Standing on the rooftops, everybody scream your hearts out because Sirius Black is dead.
Yeah.
D-E-A-D. They're in Dumbledore's office. I didn't know the portrait slept. Did you?
Yeah, they're always sleeping, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tired here.
It's that bit where he goes with Lumos, and they go, put that light out. Somebody's trying to sleep here.
Put that light out. Yeah. What else do they do? If they sleep, do they poo?
I think they do. I think they do everything that... Because they kind of visit each other's portraits as well. I reckon there's a bit of slap and tickle going on in these oil paintings as well.
Disgusting. So anyway, Harry is having a little
It's natural.
It is not. It's against God.
Yeah, well, who knows? I think Circadogan and Helga Hufflepuff. Why not?
Jesus Christ. So Harry's having a little fit because Sirius Black is dead and Dumbledore's trying to talk to him. And he's like screaming at Dumbledore, I hate you. I've always loved Sirius. Yeah. And we finally get the explanation of the connection between Harry Potter and the baddie of the films, Voldemort. Yeah.
It's a big deal. Yeah, I think that last few chapters, because this book has been long, and at some times it's not been as exciting as I would have liked. But it feels like the last few chapters have really like brought it all together. And the big reveal, Harry and Voldemort
are brothers.
They're brothers. No, that's not possible. All right, you're enemies then.
They're like Drake and Josh. They're the Drake and Josh of the wizarding world, right?
Yeah. Not that simple, but is that Drake and Josh? I used to like that.
It is Drake and Josh, which has got a connection to Lost Prophets because Drake has had to exile himself to Mexico because of allegations made against him. So everything comes full circle.
I found a way. I found
a way.
Oh, it's Mexico.
If you open up your mind, it's gonna take some time to realize. I love this bit as well. They mention Snape and Professor Snape, and Harry goes, says something. He addresses him as Snape, and he's like, "That's why Snape's been teaching me that lesson." And then Dumbledore goes, Professor Snape, Harry. He's in one of the lowest moments of his life, and his teacher's correcting him on the title of one of his teachers. Excuse me, Year 11. We address Professor Snape by Professor Snape or Mr. Uncle Daddy, right? We do not call him Snape.
It's Dr. Shipman, actually, not Harold. Thank you, if you're going to accuse somebody. use their proper name and title. Yeah, it does seem a bit petty. Yeah, why correct him on things like that? But Harry, on the other hand, I know you're annoyed, but he's breaking all these priceless magical artifacts, throwing stuff around the room. There's no need for that, is there? Yeah. Grieve tidily.
I know. Grieve tidily.
No smashing and crashing. Do that with your own stuff. Throw Dudley's old knickers around. You don't have to break my remembrall or me pensive.
Have you ever broken anything on purpose? I know there's that story of you trying to set fire to the Kirkby family home when you were burning stuff inside the house. And then they came home and said, were you trying to set the fire to us all? And then you said, I was going to wait till you all went to sleep. And then they said, don't do that. And then you said, all right, then I won't. It's always important to have these.
Burn a bit of paper.
It's always important to have these conversations with your sons.
Yeah. Did I ever break something on purpose? I don't think so. No.
Once I bought a watch from the pound shop. It was £1.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to set the time on it at all. So I just took it into the back garden, got a hammer and smashed it up.
And did that work?
I don't know. When you do things like that, you feel very idiotic. I remember my mum looking at me out the window like...
It is odd, isn't it? I think a lot of people do have that urge when they get annoyed, just to destroy something.
I said to the watch, I was like, have you ever seen time fly? Well, have you ever heard about time die? And then I overheard a neighbour say, that's not a pun.
Smash the trash talk before destroying a watch. Very good. Yeah, no, I don't know.
I once tried to get my Buzz Lightyear to fly by dropping it from a high height. So I was like, we'll probably be able to fly down the stairs. And I went, and it just went, just like the film.
Yeah. Yeah, Buzz don't want to do it, like, you know. I think maybe that's right, like, because they're not supposed to move when the kids are there, but if you dropped it from a height, it's like, Buzz, what do you want more? Me not to know you're real, or do you want to survive? Put this to the test.
It's up to you, Buzz.
And then just drop him. Yeah. But no, Harry's like smashing all sorts. And I could understand maybe like one thing going across the room and then being like, oh, can't believe I did that. But he's destroying all sorts.
We get informed that Creature lied. Harry's like, Creature lied? That's not like him. I thought he always had our best intentions at heart. No. It was subtle, but ever since you've met Creature, he's not liked any of you or his family, any of your friends or family, being in his house. And then Harry's like, I didn't get that vibe off him. Really?
Yeah, it's not quite the Quirrell twist in book one, is it? Oh, it always seems so nice. Creature was always horrible. We should have always been suspicious of Creature. He was in cahoots with Sirius's dead mum in the portrait. Why not go and speak to the Malfoys?
Dumbledore says, he goes, one day in a moment of exasperation, Sirius shouted, "Get out!" at him. And Creature bent that as to go, oh, get out? You mean leave this house and go and find Bellatrix Lestrange? All right, if you insist. No, I didn't say that, Creature. I said get out, and you've stretched what I meant. No, I didn't. I've given you an inch and you've taken a mile.
Creature, could you clean the cupboards? By that I assume you mean clean the cupboards in the Malfoy's house and tell them all of your secrets. No, I didn't say that. Don't be twisting my words. Yeah? Did you mean run to the Malfoy's bath? No, run me a bath. I want you to run me a bath in my house.
I assume by that you want me to bleach Draco Malfoy's hair blonde. No, I want you to bleach my hair blonde. What you mentioning Malfoy's every 5 minutes, and it's me I want you to pamper.
Yeah, I have spent galleons and galleons on this Pantene Pro V hair colour. I hope they do hair colour. And you have been taking it all the way to Malfoy Manor.
Right, and look at me.
Look at me, brown.
Grey. I
want to be Sirius blonde. Come on.
Everyone, I know I've been in Azkaban for a while and I'm a bit weird now, but you might have noticed I've dyed my hair blonde. I'd like you to all call me Sirius Blonde from now on. We didn't call you Sirius Black because your hair was black, your hair was brown. We called you Sirius Black because that's your surname. Well, yeah, listen, now I'm Sirius Blonde. It just don't make sense, really.
Right, can everyone come and sit round? Just have a bit of announcement. I'd like to be now known as Sirius Ombre. If everyone can call me that. No, you're Sirius Black. Just because you've got ombre hair. Sirius Perm? No. You're always going to be Sirius Black. That's not part of it.
That's not part of it. Dumbledore's like, if only Sirius Black hadn't been so cruel to Creature. Which is a bit insensitive about 5 minutes after his death. And Harry's like, how dare you? I'll kill you before you criticise anything bad he ever did.
Yeah, I'm with Harry on that one. I feel like some of Dumbledore's comments are just not very helpful at all. Well, maybe if he wasn't such a bastard to Creature. Right, he's not even cold, Dumbledore. He's only just fallen through that curtain.
I need to get some clarity on the rules with the lies of Creature. So he'll tell the truth to Sirius Black.
Yeah, I think he has to obey
Sirius Black
because he's his master.
He can lie to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But he also tells the truth to Dumbledore.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Because there's a bit where he goes, where Dumbledore comes in, he goes, where's Sirius Black? And he goes, he's at the ministry. He goes, no, we're not in Greece. Okay, I'll join you.
Is that why you were late, Dumbledore? Is that why you arrived after everybody else? And why Sirius might be dead? Well, once I've done that and the cha-cha slide, I was on my way. But I was Sirius, because Sirius is like confined to Grimmauld Place. I think he's only left once. How has he not noticed that Creature has been disappearing every 5 minutes?
How has Sirius not noticed? Oh, he doesn't like him in the room, does he?
Oh, maybe.
And it's a very big...
can't elves do that clicky thing where can't they apparate?
Yeah, this bit. They do that clicky thing, the Greek dance.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, and then he explains about Petunia keeping him. And something of the art, like, I didn't really understand this. He was like, you are connected and you are safe at the Dursleys because there is protection in your mother's blood.
It's an ancient magic that Voldemort doesn't understand. He's cross with it. Is he? Yes.
Well, I don't think you understand it, Dumbledore, because you've not explained it very well.
It's based on blood and also land ownership. So as long as Petunia's name is on the deed at Privet Drive, then what if they move house? As long as she owns the ground rent then she will protect you from... What are you talking about?
Yeah, that'd be a different ending, Deathly Hallows, Voldemort turns up. Mr. Potter, I have been speaking to my local solicitor. And it turns out that number 4 Privet Drive is leasehold. Turns out she didn't own the land, only the house on top of it. And that was Harry's downfall.
Great. So dumb, isn't it? I think this was in book 1 that it was like, the reason he can't hurt you is his love and land ownership. And your auntie's on the property ladder.
And your postcode. And how far does that extend? Because, does it extend to the garden? Does it extend to the neighbour's house?
And
is it the whole village?
It's so fun. As long as you return there once a year. What? What's this like? This new Brexit rules where you have to return to England every 3 months if you want to live in Spain. You have to come back to England every 3 months once.
It's mad, isn't it? Harry, you're a bit like an electric car, right? You have to go back and charge yourself up every now and again. Once a year. Yeah? Then you'll stay protected.
Yeah.
Right. Dumbledore make no sense.
Can he not set fire to it? What would happen if he threw a petrol bomb through your window?
Yeah. So, what if someone else did it? This is only protection from Dumbledore, surely. Why can't Mrs. Weasley come and murder you? Is that a thing? Can that happen?
Does Mrs. Weasley want to murder me?
No.
Why did you bring that up?
Because the Weasleys have all been there, so it's not as if they're not allowed to be there. What's stopping them, for example, strangling him? Why can't it be one of the Death Eaters having a go at him?
You could put a little charm on a muggle. Be like, go around Harry Potter's house and knock him out.
Yeah.
So
it's like, just because it's a prophecy, don't trust it. Oh, it has to be Voldemort that kills Harry. No, try someone else first. Give it a go.
We were told as well, weren't we? They were like, the prophecy can only be touched by the persons it's about, otherwise the person goes mad. But I destroyed the prophecy. I never got to look at it. Don't worry. Someone's already had a look at it. Who? Me.
Oh. Yeah, why are you not gone mad? Although he heard it first hand, didn't he, from Professor Trelawney?
Yeah, no, but he was the one who created it or something. He goes, it was many years ago. I was doing a job interview in a pub. Not very professional.
Yeah.
Don't be doing job interviews in pubs.
No.
And
because there's nowhere in the castle to do that, is there?
And somebody...
Castle. We'll meet in the pub.
This culture hasn't stopped either, because if you think to the beginning of this book, when they're having an Order of the Phoenix meeting, it initially says these empty bottles of wine littered across the table.
Yeah. Pissed.
Pissheads.
Naughty. Yeah, it's not like you've got a whole castle to go and do a job interview. Why are you going to Hogsmeade? Get them to have a look around, see if they like the building. The job interview is not just for the employer, it's for the employee. It gives them a chance to get a vibe of the place. Yeah, speak to some colleagues, ask some questions, see some things. Yeah. I just want to see the headmaster with a bitter.
So, how flexible is the salary? Huh? Oh, don't ask me about that. I'm just here to relax. You invited me here, Dumbledore. I know, but how do you feel about men with beards? You're gay.
Yeah, could you tell me, if there's any opportunity for professional development? Later. Game of darts? I'm not having a game of darts. It's a job interview.
There's nothing funnier than the tester go on anything.
Test a throw. There's some darts players that do that. They call it a ghost dart. Where before they throw a dart, they pretend to throw one just to get the arm movement going, and then they pick up another dart, and then another one.
Well, that is the beauty of darts players.
Yeah. Well, they're the only beauty.
Oi.
Oi.
Oh, but that brings us to the end of the school year. Dumbledore's let himself back into that office at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Excuse me, aren't you meant to be on the run?
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, but I think it was all cleared up, wasn't it, with the ministry? He's kind of just weaseled his way back into the office. I've no idea what's happened to Umbridge. Last thing we knew, she was just being carted off by a load of muscular horses. So maybe she's enjoying it. Maybe she doesn't want to come back. But yeah, this prophecy, it's a big deal, right? The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defied him, born as the 7th month dies, and the Dark Lord will mark him as his equal. But he will have power the Dark Lord knows not, and either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord will be born as the 7th month dies. It's
Brilliant.
a pivotal part of the series, isn't it? I feel like this is the bit where it's like, right, from now on we're getting to the climax of this. You've got 2 books left. We're not pissing about anymore with flying keys, little creatures. Not doing that anymore, yeah? There's a soul that's been split into however many pieces. And you've got to kill them all, yeah? Not messing about anymore. This is war.
The beginning of the Second Wizard War.
Oof. Wizard War 2.
Two wizard, 2 war.
Yeah. It's back. Yeah, I'm surprised they've not had more. There's only been one Wizard War in all the thousands of years of wizards. And is it? I think we've talked about this before, but is it worldwide or is it just in Britain? Because that's like a wizard civil war, isn't it?
It's Britain, I think. Beautiful Britain.
I don't know. Yeah. Hey, and it says here the other candidates. There were 2 potentials for the chosen one, and it could have been Neville, but Voldemort didn't mark him as his equal.
That's so funny. How do you know it was me? How do you know it wasn't Neville? Because Voldemort chose you. Why? Because Neville's a gimp.
Yeah, also it's very strange that Voldemort, as an adult man, has looked at a baby and gone, I think you're my equal.
Also, as well, if you're going to be that specific, be a little bit extra specific. Yeah. The prophecy says that his equal will be a baby whose parents have challenged him 3 times, right? Born at the end of July. Right, just say who it is.
Yeah. It's literally me, isn't it? It's me. Why? Just say my name.
Is it? No, it could be you or Neville. Well, why is it not Neville?
Don't know.
What do you know?
Hey, but maybe that's part of it. Maybe Neville might have some big role to play in the future. Who knows? I don't.
The only role I'm going to give him is a little dancing role.
I'm going to give him a ham and cheese role. He'd like that. He likes ham and cheese.
Silly. Right. How many ham and cheese rolls out of 5 are you going to give this chapter?
I like this. It was nitty gritty.
And bitty, Little Britain.
that's been nearly 10 episodes without a reference to Little Britain. Well done.
As it buggery.
Start again next week.
As if we definitely mention it every episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah. It was getting right into the details of what was going on. A very in-depth Harry going mad, throwing things, fighting things. He wants to kill Dumbledore for a moment or two. Dumbledore explains what's going on, explains the prophecy. Still a bit mysterious. I thought it was bloody fantastic and in a very different way to the last chapter. But I am also going to give it 5 ham and cheese rolls out of 5.
Right. For me, it was fun. We learnt a lot of information. There was a lot for us to talk about. It was juicy, it was nitty, it was gritty. It was, I don't know that's been said this so far, but it was Little Britain bitty. Mummy, I want bitty. No, not bitty now, bitty later. But I'm hungry. Very funny. A full-grown posh man sucking on his mother's tit in front of his fiancée. That is comedy. That is good old-fashioned British comedy. Not bitty now, bitty later, but I'm hungry. Brilliant. And then a big prosthetic tit is revealed, and then there's a milk moustache on his lip. So for that reason...
sorry, Harry Potter we're talking about.
For that reason, I'm going to give it 5 ham and cheese rolls out of 5.
Fantastic.
Right, are you ready for a quiz?
Yeah.
Question 1. Who said, "Ah, Harry Potter"?
Phineas Nigellus Black.
Correct. Question 2. Which version of Fawkes do we get in this chapter?
The baby version.
No. Tiny, ugly, and featherless.
Oh.
Question
He's a baby, isn't he?
I don't know. It doesn't say that. Question 3. What did Harry throw into the fireplace?
Oh. I can't remember. Sneakerscope?
Oh, lunarscope.
Oh.
Question 5, finally. What kind of hands did Dumbledore have?
Tired?
Long-fingered. Unfortunately, you have lost the quiz. Quiz.
Woo, woo. And now it's time for the nation's second favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo. We're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings. What's in a beak this week? Well, we've had a few lovely 5-star reviews. We've had one from Joe Bartley. Now, Joe says, or Bartoli, if it's pronounced like that. She calls it Harry Potter and the greatest podcast on earth. God, I love this podcast. Hilarious from episode one, and just gets better. Recently started watching them on YouTube too, which has me lolling my head off. They're both so good at pulling apart the book in the funniest way and playing on long-running jokes. They bounce off each other and are having the most fun. If you're not listening, you're missing out. Oh, thank you very much, Joe.
That's lovely.
Now, you've been mentioning the little kids watch Pottervision, listen to Pottervision, and they've given us a lovely 5-star review, thanking us for everything they do. One of them said that we've inspired them to watch Austin Powers, and the other said they've just done their sats, so well done. And those mock sats, sorry. So good luck with the real ones coming up in a couple of months. Thank you so much for giving us a 5-star review. Now, we've got a few more patrons, and the first one is a baby Draco, and it's Chloe-ish.
Chloe-ish. You are on a camping holiday with your parents. La 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 la. You can hear other people in a different tent going, "She can bring a baby camping." Your parents go, "Shut up, we can hear you." And you're like, oh, God. It's a blustery night. Your parents have earplugs in and they are fast asleep, but unfortunately they don't make earplugs for a baby. You start to hear the zip of the tent begin to be opened. You're like, oh God, what's this? You're a baby sat bolt upright up in bed. A long-fingered hand reaches in. Honestly, it is demonic. And you start backing away from it, but this thing is not from this earthly realm. And it reaches, it walks its fingers over your parents' bodies, puts its hairy little knuckle in your daddy's ear, but sets its sights on you, grabs you by the head and drags you out the tent. You're like, oh! You start screaming, ah! Drags you into the woods. You are to be sacrificed to the devil. Oh. Horrible stuff. That's him. That's the fella. A human sacrifice by a half goat man himself. There's a lot of candles, there's a pentagram, la 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 la. Hey you, your parents stir in the night. Oh, wake up. Where's baby? They come out of the tent, they look into the woods, and they see these green embers. They run towards the woods. Get off baby. They grab a shovel on the way. They see the goat-headed man, and they hit him on the back of the head. Ah! The devil's rising out of the mud. Hey, what's going on? Who's getting me up? The goat man falls to the ground. They take the shovel, and they cut off the goat man's head. The devil goes, oh, and he puts his head back under the mud. And then parents get the baby back.
Hey, that's fantastic. So thank you very much, Chloe Ish. Now, we've got another patron, a brand new baby Hermione, and it's Hans Brown.
Hans Brown. Sounds like Lukas every time he leaves the toilet.
We're sorry about that, Hans. Yeah.
Hans Brown, you are in America, Mardi Gras. It's a celebration, Fat Tuesday. Everyone is drinking, throwing beads about. Your mother is holding you on the balcony. People are shouting down, throw down some beads to me, throw down some beads. She reaches for some beads, she's throwing them about. Someone else says, throw down some beads. She accidentally throws you, Hans, a baby. Thrown to the earth. Fires start to engulf your body. You've been thrown that fast. Plummeting towards the earth. I catch you. I douse you in beer to put the flames out. I hold you in my hands and throw you back up to mummy. Hey!
Hey! Thank you very much, Hans Brown. Now we've got another baby Hermione, and it's Simon Curry.
Simon Curry. Do you know what that name reminds me of?
What?
Curry.
Hey, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Do you know why?
Go on.
It's the surname Curry. It sounds the same as the meal curry.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It's spelled a bit different, but it sounds similar, doesn't it?
God, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right in, Simon. Have you ever thought of that?
That's a good enough story in itself. That realisation. Is that enough, Simon?
Simon, your parents have ordered a takeaway. Guess what they've ordered? Guessed it. Pizza. I got him.
Yeah.
It's mad how many baby stories I've done because I've already done one where a pizza gets delivered.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's sat round. Pizza gets delivered. I want some. Open up the pizza box. You crawl onto the pizza and your nappy falls off. And everyone goes...
What falls off?
His nappy falls off.
Oh.
And everyone goes, oh, it's disgusting. But there's a dirty beggar walking past the house. And your parents about to throw the pizza away. And he goes, I'll have that. And then your family go, oh, it's covered in baby shit. And he goes, it'll wipe off. And they go, I'd rather you didn't. Feels a bit... You're crossing a line there. And he goes, no. Trust me. So this dirty git takes a pizza. And then you all go back into the house, sit on the sofa. And he stands outside the window. And he eats the pizza with baby shit on it. And everyone just watches him in disgust. Yeah. I come over with a policeman's truncheon. I smack him on the head. Like in Wallace and Gromit. And he passes out. Yeah. And I get arrested because that's not all right.
Oh, thank you very much, Simon. We've got a baby Harry to welcome to the fold. And the baby Harry is Ben Ramsey.
Ben Ramsey. Do you know what that name reminds me of?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Do you know why?
Why is that? Come on.
It's the surname Ramsey. It sounds the same.
Yeah. Makes me think of Neighbours.
Why?
There's a character called Ben in Neighbours. Oh, we're silly, aren't we, listeners? Oh, we're silly, aren't we?
Maybe this will be the new baby story thing. Instead of the story, we just discuss everyone's name.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Ben Ramsey. You are playing in the back. I tell you, I'm about to tell these stories, and I swear I've done this one. Even though this sounds mental, I'm going to... You stop me if I've done this one. You're playing in the back garden.
Tom, no, you've already done one where the baby turns into a giant seagull. You've done that one.
You're playing in the back garden. And a mole puts its head above the surface of the floor and looks at you. And you go, ooh. Mole looks back at you. And it reaches its hand out and grabs you by the head. And you're like, this is odd. And it pulls you beneath the earth.
Yeah.
You are a baby. It takes you into the mole kingdom. But the thing is, moles, they don't have an understanding of the age of humans. So they take you to be an adult human. And they try and marry you to the princess of the mole kingdom.
Ooh.
Right. So they put you in a tuxedo. And then there's a ceremony. There's hundreds of moles on her side. There's no moles on your side. Or humans, for that matter. Because you didn't invite anyone. We didn't have a chance to, because we've been forced to marry a mole. You're at the altar, and they're like, will you, Molette, take man? And then Molette is like, yep. And they say to you, will you, man, baby, take Molette, be your wife? And you start feeling pressure, because you're like, no, I don't want to marry anyone, I'm a baby. But at the same time, you don't want to let anyone down because they've put all this together.
Yeah.
So you say yes. And you begin to live down there in the mole kingdom. And people start getting weirded out by how big you're getting and how the fact you're outliving everyone. Moles only live about 12 years or less. I don't know, I'm guessing. So your bride has died, all your children have died, and you're only 30. At some point, you decide to leave the mole kingdom when you're 40, and you go to university right? You're like, all right, I'm going to come out of here now. You go through clearing because you didn't get the A-levels you wanted, and you wind up somewhere. And, yeah, that's it.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Ben. And should we do one more? And then you've done 5.
Yeah.
So our final baby Harry to welcome to the patrons is Hugh.
Hello, Hugh. Hugh what?
Hugh. I've just got Hugh on my piece of paper.
Hugh. I can't think of a single celebrity called Hugh, so that's all right.
Hugh Grant.
No, he's not one.
Hugh Fernley Whittingstall.
Who's that?
Remember him? Curly hair and specs. Or was he the one with the... I always get Hugh Fernley Whittingstall and Heston Blumenthal mixed up. I think Heston Blumenthal's bald with glasses.
Yeah. Hugh. You are the child, the son, may I say, of a parking inspector.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman.
No! This is the story now.
I've given you 3.
Stay out of it. Right. So this parking inspector's putting a ticket on someone's car. They come running out of the shop going, no, I'm just leaving now. Your dad says, tough titty. They go, is that your son? Point at you, Hugh.
Yeah.
And they go, yeah. He goes, yeah. So this man who's just got a ticket picks up your son and launches you. I'd love to see a bar chart of the amount of times one of these babies has been launched into the air.
Yeah. Hey, what about Hugh Hefner?
Shh, it's a baby. Don't be disgusting. This baby gets launched into the air and it hits a seagull. Yeah. The seagull goes, ah! And then it falls a bit more and it hits an owl. And the owl goes, woo! And then it falls a bit more and hits a dog. And the dog goes, woof! And then it lands on a cat, Hugh. And the cat goes, meow. Then it lands on a mouse. And the mouse goes, and then it lands on me, sunbathing. I go, baby. And then I walk you back to your dad. And I go, don't let him get out of your sight again. Hugh, welcome.
There you go, welcome Hugh. So that was Hedwig's Droppings. This has been Pottervision, the Pottervision podcast. Thank you all so much for listening. Yeah, if you head over to our Patreon, you too can access all the bonus material there. We've got both our live shows are available. 74, I believe, bonus episodes of the podcast about all sorts of things. And once we're finished with this book, we'll be doing a deep dive into the 5th Harry Potter movie over a few episodes. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. And very soon we'll be announcing all the dates. So keep an eye out on our website. I'm pretty sure by the time of the next podcast episode, we'll be able to give you some definite dates and stuff. So yeah, we'd love to see you when we're travelling about on tour. Anyway, next time we'll be on episode 135, chapter 38 of book 5, The Second War Begins. You have been a very busy Tom Lawrenson.
And you have been lovely as always, Lukas Kirkby.
Goodbye.
Pottervision.
Thank you for listening to the Pottervision podcast. The music was performed by Jack Evans. If you'd like bonus content and to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/Pottervision.